All right, so let's talk some strategies for reading your novel. Okay, I know that, might seem counterintuitive. Why do I have to strategize for how to read my novel here? But it's really, really important for you to read it in a way that will help you engage with the ideas in it, help you develop your analysis, and then help you later on throughout term through your research to be able to access the materials that help you identify the materials that you have found to be helpful for whatever analysis you're creating. Okay, I know that you haven't read source material about your novel yet. You're just starting out, but it's really important to pick out things that you find interesting, things that you maybe want to ask questions about, something that really annoys you, something you really love, and develop that further. And the best way to do it is to record your reactions to the ideas that you are, that you're reading. So what I want to recommend is there's really one recommendation that's the biggest one is to annotate your novel, your text, whatever you want to call it. Now, the best way is to actually make notes in a hard copy book. All right, this is a book that I read with an undergraduate class, so I was at the same level as you guys, and I annotated it as I went. So let me just kind of pop to a page. It doesn't need to be a lot. It can be, a note over here with a bracket that shows what it's pointing to. Another note, but if you notice, I don't know if you can see from where the camera is, but there's a note on almost every page, okay? And the reason for that is because that shows engagement with an idea that the source is discussing, right? It might be a question. Ask a question. Well, why would this character do this thing? And then that makes you think, okay, well, let me think about it. Do I have enough information yet to determine what just happened? Like, why? Why would they do that? I don't know. But once you kind of start asking those questions, then your mind is already geared up to start answering them. Okay? And that's where the analysis comes in, right? It's the answer to those questions. So my strongest recommendation would be for you to take notes in your novel. If you're reading it as an e-text, you can, in most readers, actually highlight and make notes. You can do that even with a PDF if you don't want to import it into something like Kindle. So you have ways to do it electronically. With a hard copy book, it's probably even easiest to just shove a pencil or a pen in there and pop it out every time you try to read. So you have access that way. But the biggest thing is that you are engaging as you go. All right, that's going to be my strongest recommendation to you, and that's what will lead you to success later. Make notes so that you can go back and see, oh, this is what I was thinking as I was reading it. How does that relate to the way I think about it now that I've finished reading this entire novel? Right? And then that difference can really, then you say, well, why is it different? If it's the same, cool. And be like, oh yeah, I like that. But now I have more info to develop it because that was page 7. And now that I've finished the 200 pages, I've got more context. I understand these characters, their situations better. Right? So that's the important thing. Give yourself something to refer back to. And that is a strategy that will help you towards success.